Hello there, and welcome to our video blog for Winning Wednesday at All for HR and Business Solutions. I am April Halliburton, your HR business partner, consultant, and visionary. Our presentation today, our video blog presentation, is on why most corrective discipline fails to increase employee engagement. Again, our focus for this month is corrective discipline in the workplace. And we have quite a few things going on. We will be focusing on corrective discipline all month. We had a terrific Google Hangout yesterday at 7, from 7 to 8. Our next one is going to be April 26th from 7 to 8 o'clock. Send us an email, go on the website and click on the button to get an invite to attend the hangout and address, give us your questions on corrective discipline and how your policies are going in your workplace. That is myself, and again, April Halliburton, your HR business partner, consultant, and visionary, founder, CEO of All for HR and Business Solutions. A little bit about our company. All for HR Business Solutions was founded in 2007. We've been around for a while, and we are a strategic business partner, HR business partner. We build and empower small, mid-sized enterprises and enable them through technology to create the best workplace possible. Our mission is to become a leader in the virtual human resource management and consulting industry. And you will see the last bullet point is our vision, which is to use technology to provide the best virtual human resource business services and consulting to empower small and mid-sized enterprises and build the best workplaces possible. Our focus of the presentation begins on employee engagement. And you will see the very first bullet point there is the definition of employee engagement, which is the feeling of emotional connection to the company that affects performance, retention, and productivity. There has been employee engagement is more than just a buzzword. It is becoming the new norm in successful organizations that are building great cultures, great employees that are being appreciated in their workplace. And so employee engagement is something that you will see here. The second bullet point, Gallup completed a study over a 20-year period of over 80,000 managers and over 1 million employees to determine exactly what employee engagement is. A 2002 survey of the global consulting firm Watson Wyatt worldwide found that organizations with a highly engaged workforce outperformed those with low commitment by 47% in 2000 and a whopping 200% in 2002. If those are the statistics in 2002, we can imagine how employee engagement has improved workplaces all over America in 2016. So in the emotions and behaviors of your employees are the language they use to communicate. We call this the ear factor is actually a process that is used to assess employee engagement. Employee engagement is an instinct. We attach ourselves to the experiences that meet our needs. And when we sense a threat or risk, we fight or we flight. That is a reflex. That's a good thing because these are the instincts that keep us safe. Eager, again, is a process that uh, organizations can use to rapidly assess their level of engagement in their workforce. Eager provides a framework for examining organizational problems in the context of employee engagement. It provides a rapid method for identifying the level of engagement in your workplace and by understanding the responses that drive behavior. It can also help to understand what disengagement costs you in your workplace. And you will see at the bottom, the side note, the cost of what employee disengagement has cost employers across the U.S. in 2004, which was a whopping $350 billion annually. The acronym for EAGER is escape, avoidance, getting even, and riveted. Um, Escape is in the behavior in the workplace that exhibits a high turnover. It results, in high turnover, loss of key talent, and workers' compensation malingering. How much do escape behaviors cost? Fraudulent worker compensation claims are estimated to cost the U.S. economy $1.2 billion a year for roughly 2% of all workers' compensation costs. Employee turnover costs include lost productivity, replacement hiring, and training costs. Loss of crucial frontline talent plagues companies from nursing homes to nuclear plants. And avoidance is the second term of our acronym, which is the most insidious form of disengagement, and it impacts the bottom line uh, for the majority of those costs. 73% of survey participants indicated they spent part of the day on activities that were not work related, such as socializing, conducting personal business, and taking extra long lunches. What was the number one reason for study participants gave for this behavior? You guessed it, unsatisfied with their work. Getting even is our third term in our acronym of EAGER. Employees exhibit angry behavior and want to inflict damage on the company. Revenge is a primitive and compelling impulse, the flip side of feeling powerless. Get even behaviors are seen in employees who are angry, and they want to make the company pay. Riveted is the last acronym in EAGER, and it is the opposite of our three previous variables to the EAGER acronym. Employees are engaged and connected to the company's success. These riveted employees feel emotionally connected to the company and its success. They are hopeful, satisfied, enthusiastic, even passionate about their work within the workplace. They feel that they are a valued part of the team and they sense a belonging and a purpose that drives their performance as well as the organization's growth. Progressive discipline is the second aspect of our presentation. Uh, Discipline should be correctly defined in the workplace as well as in the employee handbook. If whatever the definition is in your handbook, that is the example or the definition that all individuals, employees should adhere to. If the company defines discipline as an action recorded in the employee's file, i.e., written reprimand, suspension, reduction in pay, or termination, then the employer should follow those same disciplinary actions consistently across the board. If the company defines discipline as simply verbal warnings by a supervisor, then that is exactly what you have to adhere to. If that is uh, vague is a vague is something that can actually get a lot of cause a lot of difficulty in the disciplinary process. And so it is very important that your progressive discipline policies, all of your policies, are clear, very concise about what uh, the policies are yielding from for the company from the employees. Key factors to consider when issuing disciplinary acts are outlined here. The fact do the facts establish that the employee did or failed to do what is claimed that's warranting the disciplinary action? Does the employer's behavior violate an established rule or requirement? And does the employee know, or should the employee have known the rule or the requirement? And has that rule most definitely been enforced consistently? The disciplinary actions are outlined here: non disciplinary counseling, training, and feedback, verbal reprimand, written reprimand, suspension, and termination. You'll see that on the right there we have what the first offense is considered as the verbal caution or the verbal reprimand. The second offense is the written reprimand. Third offense is suspension, and fourth offense is dismissal. And so the progressive discipline best practices uh, are very important. These are practices that have made the disciplinary action or policies most effective in the workplace. Make sure you define who the person is that's administering the disciplinary action. Do not look the other way. When discipline is first needed, it should be administered at that time. When issuing verbal discipline, make it known to the employee that he or she is being disciplined. Be sure to do that in the privacy of an office, not in front of everyone. Ensure discipline is in compliance with the collective bargaining agreements where collective bargaining agreements are in place. Keep in mind that the policies and the employee handbooks may be implied contracts, so you should stick to them. And so when you say implied, um, implied is the agreements that exist based on the circumstances, i.e., the employee-employer relationship. When denying the existence of the contract would be unfair and or result in unjust enrichment. Uh, the employee handbook is an implied contract, and it represents the agreement between the employer and the employee of that said relationship, the employer/employee relationship. Document your performance and the conduct issues. Be very specific in your documentation. Document feedback, counseling, and training. Use progressive discipline for most offenses and be consistent. How does progressive discipline decrease employee engagement? Well, that's very self-explanatory. For number one, non-compliance with the best practices as it relates to disciplinary action in your workplace. Your disciplinary policies must be adhered to, and the best practices that we outlined in slide uh, 10 are best practices that, again, have made the progressive discipline policies more effective in the workplace and have yielded the best results. Inconsistency in administering disciplinary actions, out of date progressive discipline policies in the handbook. It should always be updated within the year. Uh, Failing to follow the disciplinary process from start to finish. So some final thoughts to remember to take away from this presentation are that a progressive discipline is not a punishment. It is a form of performance improvement, improving the performance of your employees. I will find that in most instances, a verbal warning is all that's needed to yield corrective action in an employee's performance. In instances where uh, the severity of the action or the behavior warrants a um, more severe disciplinary action, it should be done so consistently by the consistent persons in your organization, and you will yield the best results from your employees. Again, our focus for this month is progressive discipline. So we have a lot more to go throughout the month of April. Click on the website, allforhr.net. You can get a free gift by clicking or emailing me the words April Showers. Also, we have our Google Hangout question and answer on April 26th from 7 to 8 p.m. We also have a free progressive discipline employee engagement webinar that is on the 28th. And that is on 12 o'clock, at 12 o'clock on April 28th. Also, don't forget to listen to the radio show. We have our second broadcast, April 21st, from 12 to 1 o'clock. Hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you from All for HR and Business Solutions.